In developing news now, the Obama administration has issued new guidelines to allow students to use the bathroom and other facilities based on their gender identity, not their biological sex.
CBS 4's Nora Salinas has more on what Valley residents are saying about this issue. Nora.
Marcy and Eddie, local school districts must start following the new guidelines immediately, but when it comes to parents' opinions vary about the issue.
Starting immediately, all public schools across the country must allow transgender students to access bathrooms and locker rooms for the sex they identify with. And while some Valley parents are on board with the idea,
I have no problem with it. I'm completely supportive of it. It's every child's right. If that's the gender that they identify with, it's fine.
Others still have concerns.
I want to say that I wouldn't mind for the sake of the children, because it's personal choices, but I don't really know.
Danny Marrero, he is part of Aquí Estamos RGV, a local LGBT organization. She says this decision has been awaited for years by many across the Valley.
It feels very validating, and it also gives a sense of like someone has finally got our back, that it's not always us against the government. For the first time in history, the United States government an administration has come out and supported our community.
But the LGBT community isn't out of the woods yet. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says he won't enforce the guidelines, even threatening to give up all federal education funding in order to avoid complying with the gender equality law.
This has everything to do with keeping the federal government out of local issues.
Marrero, he says the LGBT community plans to rally until their rights are fully protected.
It's going to be interesting to see where this goes with our Texas governor, but we're also ready as our community to fight back for our rights. We know that these past few weeks we've been seeing a lot of progress, and we're very excited about it, but we also know that there's going to be a backlash.
We reached out to several school districts today for a comment about the new guidelines. The PSJA-ISD administration tells us they will continue with current policy and practices at this time, but it will be months or possibly longer before this complex issue is settled. Ultimately, the courts will have a final say. Live in the studio, Nora Salinas, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.